It's another beautiful day here in the Northland. There were some people called the Pharisees, and they were a Jewish sect, and these were super religious people. They were so religious they had the first 5 books of the Bible memorized. Not only that, they followed what was called the tradition of the elders. They did it perfectly as what they could. And the tradition of the elders was an interpretation of the law of Moses. But Jesus was very annoyed with these super religious people. And the question is, why? What did they do that so annoyed Jesus? Well, for one thing, these people were segregationists. They would segregate themselves from anybody that wasn't Jewish, from anybody they thought was a sinner, from anybody who was sick. And you know, Jesus wants his followers to show love to everybody, even to people that we don't like. Well, these Pharisees were full of pride. They thought they were better than other people. In fact, they thought God was lucky to have them. You know, next time you think like that, what I want you to consider is that other guy is a sinner just like you. Well, these Pharisees, they would practice their works, and they really did a lot of good works. They did lots of giving, they did wonderful prayers, they did their ceremonies, but instead of doing these things for the glory of God, they did them for the admiration of people. You know, to these Pharisees, tradition was much more important than loving God, and certainly a lot more important than loving their neighbor. The Pharisees lacked compassion and mercy and love. But I think the thing that annoyed Jesus the most about them was that the Pharisees actually led people away from God, and they prevented people from coming to God. They refused to believe in Jesus, and they also prevented people from coming to Jesus. You know, as a Christian, one of your jobs is to point people to Jesus. One of the things Jesus wants you to do. And I don't care who you are, whether you're a believer or not, don't ever get in the way of somebody coming to Jesus. Well, your assignment for this week, I want you to consider these things that the Pharisees did that so annoyed Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Aloha. See you there. And for goodness sake, don't be Pharisaic in your practice of Christianity. If you find these videos helpful or interesting, please send them on to somebody else. God bless you.